The 21st staging of the Africa Zone 6 Golf Championship came to Uganda Golf Club's par 72 Kitante course. It had everything. It had those who said they wouldn't cave in, even if many thought they were rank outsiders.
As I said yesterday, that for us, we don't fear anyone.
It had a country whose 19 titles are unparalleled, a country that brought its creme de la creme in a bid to make it 20 out of 21.
They always say to us we must bring our best team, which is our best team, the team we brought here, and they're as well prepared as they can be.
It had challenges that proved a bridge too far for many, but not the hosts, who earned the respect of their peers.
I played with the Uganda guys today. Not surprisingly. They're playing much better than they have in the past, which was a pleasant surprise, I guess, for them.
It had putts that pulled up short and those that remarkably landed in the Golf Hole Cup. This 9-team championship had it all. Kisses, youthful exuberance, long hitting, a warrior that never quite got any easy ride. Above all, it had a new champion.
And of course, the 73rd edition of the Zone 6 Championship was the highlight of Ugandan Golf this year, and I'm saying that with good cause, of course, Robert, having stopped a hot streak by South Africa of 19 consecutive titles.
Yes, actually 19 out of 20, Joel, and cracking South Africa's aura of invisibility was no mean feat for Uganda there in the Zone 6 Golf Championship. It was, I should say, a fulfilling tournament for the team skipper, that's Adolf Muhumuza, and we did watch him on the opening day taking on Matthew Spacey. He got half a point there. We did see in that piece, that part, that he had to make a very tough part on the 18th. What it did is that it sowed seeds of doubt in South Africa, but it also gave, the Ugandan players that belief that the South Africans could be taken and they could be taken on and they could be beaten.
Do you think that was the defining moment that
Yes.
overturned everything?
Yes, I think it was the defining moment, because thereafter, even you could see it with the coach. There was that sparkle in his eye. The following day, when the pairings had to come into play, the foursomes and the four balls, he decided, to throw the kitchen sink at the South Africans. He got his big guns, Ronald Otile, whom we shall be talking about later on, and paired him with Adolf Muhumuza, his captain, and told them, you guys go out and get points against the South Africans in the four balls. That was in the afternoon four balls, and the Zimbabweans in the morning foursomes. And guess what? They did get those points.
Of course, and ended up beating South Africa by 1 point. We've talked about Adolf Muhumuza, but let's talk about Ronald Otile, who for me was the star of the year, having won the amateur and pro at the Uganda Open again.
Yes, it was a very strange year for Adolf Muhumuza, because it started off like, a steam train, and after he lost his form, his form plummeted after. And it was like he handed the baton over to Ronald Otile, because when it got to the Uganda Golf Open Championships, the 73rd edition, we covered the tournament with you, Joel, down at the Kitante golf course. Otile was
and he had this spring in his step, and also came second at the All Africa Championships in Limuru. I mean, this boy had an amazing year.
He had a very great year that Limuru Country Club. He went there and he took on the South Africans again. He lacked. This is when actually Adolf Muhumuza's form was petering out, because he lacked companions, he lacked players. Okay, Daniel Baguma did bring his A game. He tried to bring a few decent scores. He had the 79 here, 77 there. But there were so many 80s for Uganda, and ultimately they ended up placing fifth. They actually ceded that fourth position, which would have been an all-time, good position for Uganda, but they ceded it to the Zambians and ended up placing fifth.
And for a person who's had such an amazing year, I don't know what kind of progress this means when it comes to international level golfing.
He still has a lot to learn, and that's what the Zambian pro Madalisto Muduya, whom Otile beat to the professional golf title. That's what he advised him, stick in the amateur golf ranks and learn one or two things. He's saying he wants to go down to South Africa to a golf school of excellence, and he learns one or two things. There was that fund, that was quickly, brought up by golf enthusiasts after he had doubled up at the Open. I don't know what became of it.
We'll also take a look at Flavia Namakula, who won her 4th title at the Uganda Ladies Open. Of course, Angel Ito not participating in this one, yes. A big-time rival.
At one point, it looked like Eva Magala Eva Magala or Irene Nakalembe were going to, knock Flavia off her patch, but she stood her ground and she sealed it, and her victory speech where she was saying, "I'm the best," it was kind of reinforcing it, because there was a lot of pressure on her, and actually many people were rooting for Eva Magala and Irene Nakalembe, to kind of take the title from Flavia, because they're saying they were tired of winning Flavia, bossing this championship. So for her, it meant a lot, to win this championship. It certainly meant a lot because she knocked off Rose Nalaika. Yeah, who also had won 3 Open titles just like her. This was Flavia's 4th, but she still has a long way to go if she's to equal, the 12 Open titles that Alice Kego won all those years back.
Golf wasn't only played on the greens. We had activities off the green, off the course, where we had the Uganda Golf Union Elective Assembly voted Johnson Omolo as the new president after Chiriwa Chionka served his terms.
There are going to be big shoes for him to fill. KK Chiriwa Chionka will be a tough act to follow. And for OJ Joel, if we may look here at Uganda's calendar in 2016, he has a lot. He has his plate full because Uganda has to defend its Zone 6 title. It's going down to Swaziland in May. We don't have a very good record down in South Africa. The last time it was held in Southern Africa was in 2014, and we ended up placing 8th out of all those countries that participated. We had a tally of just 9 points. So he'll have his work cut out there when he tries to make Uganda, defend this title, this Zone 6 title.